Bank stocks are jumping up again after the new LCR rules. But what the heck is LCR? Well, LCR means Liquidity Coverage Ratio. It was a concept created by the Basel Committee on Banking. This committee sits in Switzerland and sets international standards globally for banks. The Basel Committee said in 2014 that banks should count the amount of money that gets withdrawn in a month on an average and keep that money in cash or in liquid instruments. In India, these liquid instruments are called HQLA or high quality liquid assets, and they include government bonds and AAA corporate bonds. Now, Reserve Bank has mandated different HQLA amounts for different kinds of deposits. For instance, for stable retail deposits, like say salary accounts, LCR was 5%. And for unstable deposits, which are linked to internet banking and with a lot of transactions, it was kept at higher 10%. Last year in 2024, Reserve Bank announced draft rules where it proposed increasing both these 5% amounts. For instance, for stable deposits, the new rule is 5% plus 5%, that is 10% in LCR. And for unstable deposits, they proposed 10% plus 5%, that is 15% to be kept in HQLA. A small relief that came today is that the finals rules require less money to be locked up. For stable deposits, it will be 5% plus 2.5%. That is 7.5% will be the LCR. For unstable deposits, it will be 10% plus 2.5%. 12.5% of the deposit will be put in HQLA. However, the big advantage in the new rules is for wholesale deposits. Now, before that, let me explain that Reserve Bank recognizes three kinds of wholesale deposits. First, corporate deposits, that is by companies like, say, Tata Steel or Tata Motors. For their deposits, banks have to keep only 40% in HQLA. The rest they can lend as loans. Second, for financial institutions like, say, a PFC, REC, NBFCs, here banks have to keep the entire amount of deposits in HQLA, that is in government bonds. There is a third category called OLEs or other legal entities. These include trusts, temple trusts, charitable trusts, HUFs, Hindu Undivided Family Accounts, or LLPs, limited liability partnerships, which are nearly small companies. For these, the current rules, or at least the previous rules were that 100% have to be in HQLA. But in the changed rules today, RBI says only 40% of the other legal entity deposits need to be kept in HQLA. Now, let me first say banks don't like putting money in government bonds or in HQLA because these instruments earn only 6 or 7%. If they lent the same money in credit cards, they can make 15%. So, from the new rules, who gains and who loses? The good thing is that banking sector as a whole wins because they don't have to buy more government bonds. The sector as a whole is holding extra 6% of their deposits as government bonds, which they can now sell off and lend. Among banks, no one knows which bank has more money in trusts or in LLPs. That data is not public. But markets are guessing that private banks have more retail accounts and therefore they will have to keep more money in government bonds, while public sector banks have more of the temple trusts, the old accounts, and they may have to keep less money in government bonds. They can sell it and make new loans. But the new rules are effective only from April 2026.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC TV18. Now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Thank you for watching us on CNBC TV 18. For all news and updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch us on all social media platforms.